Connecticut is still a seller's market, and here to explain why now is a great time to sell your home is Kevin Rockoff, broker and co-owner of Rockoff Realty. So let's start by answering that question. Why is it a good time?
Well, good morning. Record prices. The homes are at record highs right now, so it's a great time to sell.
Yeah.
Only if you have a place to go, right? Because you really, at the same time, it's good to be a seller. Tough time to be a buyer. There's just very low inventory. Construction is down. So great time to sell if you got a place to go.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And I've been talking to some friends who are maybe looking to downsize. They put their home on the market. It's immediate.
If it's priced well and photographed well, there is more demand than there are houses. That being said, it's still a market, so there are houses that have not sold that perhaps just haven't found that buyer or maybe just priced a little high. But apples to apples, great time to sell if you got a place to go.
So let's talk about some of the work you do and what makes you different from others in the industry.
Okay, yeah. So most of the model for realtors for going back 70 years has been either 5 or 6%, and that's split typically evenly between the listing broker, which is the agent that represents the seller, and then the buying broker, which represents the buyer. So none of this is actually mandated, right? The law reads you can charge whatever you want. So the internet's changed how homes are bought and sold. So about 8 years ago, I realized you don't need offices all over Connecticut because no one goes to offices anymore. All the inventory is online. People use navigations to home. People do electronic documents. You literally don't need to have big infrastructure to do a great job servicing clients. So 8 years ago, we started our 1% full service listing. So our product, instead of charging 2.5% or 3%, we do the same job. We include professional photography with drone shots and floor plans.
Which is huge.
It's huge. If everyone's shopping online, if you don't have great photography, you're not doing the listing its justice. So we do open houses, signs, lock boxes, pre-listing, staging advice. We do the same job for 1% versus 2.5% or 3%, simply because we don't have that infrastructure and things have changed. And so this month we will sell our 500th home.
Wow.
Which we serve all of Connecticut. There's a team of 5 of us, full-time, professional, skilled agents. So it's been a great service for us.
Yeah, and we're taking a look at some of those photos now, and I have to imagine so many happy clients that you're able to work with, whether they're selling, buying, everything in between.
Well, I'm proud to say we have 90 reviews of my team between Google and Zillow. Every single one of them is 5-star. So it's not just 1%, but my name's on the door. I am ensuring that we have a great team and we do great service, and so they are a lot of happy clients.
Absolutely. And the last time you were here, you were mentioning that there's so many changes happening in the industry right now. What is something that our viewers should know and keep a lookout for?
Okay, so big changes to how this industry does business. Starting August 17th, the buyer broker fee, meaning the amount that the seller has predetermined to include in the listing for the buyer broker, that is now removed from the MLS, the multiple listing service. That is the core database for all listings. So now buyers can work with their agents to figure out, well, how they want to be compensated, what types of services they want. So there's a lot of confusion in this industry when you kind of rip a Band-Aid off. That's been there for 70 years. But net, the concept is to be more transparent and have buyers be able to pay their own agent what they want on terms that they want. And then the sellers just sell their home, pay their listing agent, and let the buyers figure out how they want to do their buyer compensation.
And even just listening to this conversation, I can imagine that it's good for someone to work with a professional like yourself to make sure that they're not missing anything.
We realtors, a good professional realtor does add a lot of value.
Yeah.
It's not amateur hour necessarily. So yeah, realtors, it's just a question of how do you want to get compensated versus just a standard 2.5%, which really isn't even related to the quality of the agent, how many houses they show, because you can show someone one house and you get 2.5%. An agent can show 30 houses and they don't even buy. You don't make any money. So it'll be interesting to see how we realtors do wind up serving the buyers on terms that they want to get served.
We appreciate the information as always. Incredibly helpful for our viewers out there. So thank you for your time.
It's a pleasure. Enjoy coming on. Thank you.